Pa, pa, pa! This is Authors Off Script. Woo!
No, you're welcome. Welcome to the second episode of Authors of Script.
Welcome, everyone.
For people that are watching, do you like my shirt? For people that are listening, I have a Charlie Swan shirt and I'm very proud of it. Sorry, I just had to say that.
I really like it. I really like it. I have a Halloween Town, but it's not the same. I'm sorry.
No,
Did
but
you
it's
watch
cute.
Halloween Town?
Yeah, but it's cute. It's a really cute shirt. Really like it. Actually, I remember when you bought that. I'm pretty sure you told me when you bought that.
Yeah, because I was super excited.
Like, you're so excited. They're like, oh my God, I just bought this.
I get super excited about things like this one, like reading every morning what the co-star gives us.
Yeah, they're starting to get a little like aggressive.
For you, like this week to me, it's been good, I can say.
Read yours first.
Okay, mine says it is possible to have a relationship with no drama. Considering I'm the drama queen to my boyfriend, I am.
He's a little dramatic as well. I'm just gonna say that.
We are extremely, both of us, extremely dramatic.
It
And
is
it's
a
a good.
fact.
It just says that no drama exists. So I'm gonna
It's
leave
possible. No drama is possible.
it. And yours?
Mine, which every time that I read, I laugh. Your brain is not squat for fox punks with a tobacco addiction, which basically says like my brain is not made to follow posers, which is true. I guess I am no poser here. I am indeed a Charlie Swan addict. I am no poser. I
Okay,
will pick him over everyone else.
good.
In Twilight, not everyone else in general.
Okay, like younger me, she would have never considered Charlie's one. Because, when we were younger, we would never, like, it wasn't
It's
an
fine. You
option.
can say Carlisle. You can say Carlisle. I will understand.
No, I'm
Go
gonna
for
say
it.
something that it's really that you're not gonna understand, or you may.
I don't know if I told you who I was in love with in Twilight, because it's not Jacob or Edward.
Oh, who?
Oh, for me, it was Jasper. I was
Okay, for a lot of people, it was
obsessed.
Jasper. For a lot of
Obsessed with Jasper. Like, okay. No, you say yours, and then I'll tell you something even more cringy about
mine
me.
was Jacob, but
Oh,
because yeah, I know. Like I saw an interview Robert Pattinson did with Zendaya. And
mm-hmm.
he says nobody was Team Jacob, and I felt
Yeah, and
so
I was
hurt.
kind of like accepted, and I'm like, attenderly. Accepted, and not even Jacob, not even Tyler, not even Taylor Lautner was Jacob.
I just liked it more. I don't know. I didn't like that it was so pale and it looked like it was going to die in 2 seconds. I
Oh,
don't
but
know.
you know that that's my kind of man. I love them when
I
they to the
know,
point of dying.
I know, but I like that it looks a little bit alive, a little bit of spirit.
I'm thinking about all the men that I fall for, and they all have like super bag, like they have bags under their eyes, and they look like they're going to die.
Like brush.
Ta-da!
If you don't know Italian singers that we just mentioned too, Brescia and Tananai, and they're both like the
To the
same.
point, yeah, to the verge, like they haven't slept since 1995. Like it's been a while. Like they haven't slept since they were born, and then they stopped sleeping.
Exactly. No, but the music is really good. Really good.
Highly recommend. Maybe we can put them in the caption. Like, go listen to them.
What are we talking today?
We're talking about genre hopping.
Yeah.
Is that like a term? Like we're like
Yeah.
how we switch genres in our writing, but even though we always remain in the romance spectrum of things.
Genre. I can say, you know,
Genre?
genre.
Genre. There's words that I also cannot say, don't worry. And
So
I've
this
been here
one,
for a while.
it's a tough one for me. So I'll try to not say it the
I'm thinking
entire
about
episode.
another word for it. I don't know if there's I don't know another word for it.
I don't know. It's so tough. Like
Genre.
no,
You can say it in Italian. Genere.
genere. Genere.
I
Go.
was gonna say, like, with this podcast, they're gonna learn some Italian as well because
Yeah, with two
we just
Italians, it's really normal for us to switch languages, even when we're speaking between each other. I sometimes put some Spanish into it just
I
because.
love it. I'm learning so much Spanish. Like I told you, like by the end of the year, I'm gonna be fluent. I am so ready. Actually, I shouldn't have told you this. I think I'm gonna start doing a Duolingo just for you. You know that I'm doing like I'm refreshing my French. Like I
Yeah.
want to do Spanish so that then we can try and converse.
In Spanish, vale,
Yeah.
me parece muy bien. We are both writing in romance, but we both started with romantasy. And I think many people did.
Many people in our, I think like in our like group, like in the people that's like that, well, not really.
Hmm.
I'm thinking like no, I've met other people that like started in other genres, like
Yeah.
rom-coms and stuff, but
I think it
I'm
can, like, I was thinking, why did I start with romantasy? But because I went back into reading through romantasy. So maybe that's the reason for me.
for me it's because fantasy has been my genre. Like fantasy, and then I'll say it like even sci-fi, but like fantasy is what got me into reading as a
Mhm.
child. So
Yeah.
I think that's why. Like I just like it felt. And if you're writing a story that it has to be fiction, in my mind, I'm like, why can't I just create things that don't exist? Like whatever. It's
Let's put some fantasy into it.
yeah, let me be in another world, please. I don't want to be here.
Romantasy gives you, or fantasy in general, gives you the chance to basically create a world from zero and you make your own rules and nobody can say anything, you know?
Exactly.
Just, this
And I
is how I
love that.
created it.
It's like
I
this is
am the
how
god.
well I did this. Everyone is like, yeah, but that's a plot hole. Is it? It's my world.
I can fix it in the
I
next
can fix
book.
it
Don't
later.
worry.
Don't worry about it. Shh. Don't say it. There's no plot holes there. Don't worry about it. Totally
No.
good.
But what I noticed switching to romance is how easy it's to me to write romance. Like there are no plot holes. Like or if they are easily fixed. Like in
Yeah.
romantasy, there are words. There there are like other things like usually. So I don't know. It's complicated. It's more complicated.
I think, and I'm gonna say this not because like I think they're just like very, very different things where in and I say like even for me, like with the experience that I'm doing now with my rom-com, the one that I'm writing right now,
Hmm.
when you're writing a fantasy, again, like you are creating a new world. So you have to think about so many other things. Aside from the love story, which is obviously like part of this like of the plot, but it's not the main plot point usually, or at least it's not for me. It can be, but it's like there's everything around it that you have to think about. Where in a rom-com or a contemporary romance, whatever you want to call it, you're based on a real world. So that part is already done for you. Like you know
Yeah.
that that's there. You don't have to think about that. So you're only thinking about the actual story that is happening to these characters, which I think makes it easier on your brain
Yeah.
to actually not like to not have plot holes at the end. Obviously, you can still have plot holes, but it's for you. It's gonna be like easy in your mind. It's gonna be easier to fix. With a fantasy one, it's like I just created something and now that thing is wrong and I need to kill it. And then if I kill it though, I have to fix this other thing. And I'm like, oh, basically rewriting the entire thing.
Like to me, when I switched to romance, at one point I didn't know what to write anymore because it was linear. It's more linear in my mind than writing a romantasy. In a romantasy, you have to create the entire world, you have to introduce new things, so it takes a little bit more time to get into the world. So that can add words, like at the count, like the word
For
count,
sure.
that can.
Yeah.
But in a romance, I don't know, it like the first draft it's always like 50K, like 50,000 words. It's like I have to add more. While in romantasy was the opposite. I had to like cut down words.
That's actually interesting because for
Yeah.
me, it's always like my first drafts are always like smaller than my final draft. I always add
Yeah.
to it.
Yeah.
In both like with fantasy or
Hmm.
contemporary or sci-fi. Like I always end up adding to it.
Yeah,
So
maybe
that's
we should
interesting.
explain what genre are we writing.
Currently writing in.
Yeah, no, yeah, like we said that we both started as
Yes.
romantasy. But like for example, I wrote just romantasy and then I wrote 5 books and then I switched now to contemporary romance, I can say. So that's my switch. While yours,
It's not that you're not gonna write any romantasy. Actually, I hope you will, because there's so many good ones that you have ready to go.
yes, I want to publish them so much.
Like, there's one specifically, I'm like, oh my God. Okay.
Which one?
The one based in Bergamo. Like stuff in Bergamo.
Yes, that's a good one. That's a good one.
Okay. So, aside from that little fangirl moment, I started with obviously romantasy, like fantasy, which actually my first one was also set in Italy, as people know.
Mm-hmm.
People know. And then I did, I guess like I still say like it's an urban fantasy because paranormal, whatever. It's a vampire novel.
Yeah, I see it as
I don't
like
know how you would still like it's still part of the
paranormal.
fantasy. Yeah, but paranormal is still part of fantasy. So I don't know why they always like try to. It's
Because
still
it's
not real.
maybe it's yours because it's more contemporary.
I say
Yeah.
urban fantasy kind of like I would say like City of Bones is, which still could be I guess could be considered paranormal. I don't know. Whatever. It's a vampire novel. And then I said to myself, yo, love sci-fi.
Yo.
Yo. So, and then I wrote a sci-fi. Actually, I wrote two, but one is not out yet. And now I'm writing a rom-com that also has like a touch. Actually, I was talking to my editor about this, and she said like, well, it's not really paranormal. I would say it's more like magical realism. And I'm like, there's
Yeah.
a touch of paranormal in there. I don't know. So it's like it's magic. Sure, let's use the fancy terms. It's a magical real. So rom-com with a magical realism touch.
Well, it's a good one. I like that type, like a touch of fantasy.
Yeah. Now that I think about it, there is like a fantasy rom-com that I did write as well. There's a lot of things.
Did I read? Did I read it?
Yeah. I think so.
Wait, what are we talking about?
Locked in? Yeah, you read it.
I was like, what?
Oh,
Yeah, but
I'm pretty sure you read it. I don't know if I gave you the new version, but
isn't more like a cozy fantasy romance?
cozy fantasy rom-com. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's a very it's very cozy. Yeah, see,
I don't know. I feel like it's cozy. Like the stakes are not super high. It's not like
absolutely. Yeah. It's
what do you think about having pen names for different genre? Or like having a pen name, because clearly we didn't think that through.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, I will say this, and if there's any new writers, authors like listening that are debating this, pick a pen name.
Yeah.
Don't go with your real name. Please do that. Do yourself a favor and pick a pen name. I wish I did. I will say it. I wish I did.
It depends on the day, but I wish I did sometimes too. Maybe just because I don't know, you can separate the two things. Many of us, we do different jobs. We don't just write, and I really don't like my students to write smart.
Just like anyone in your life or anyone that you would meet, it really is about being safe. Like, just do it for you. Just pick a pen name. I love that's the thing. Like, I think I love our name. I think our names are very like author sounding names. Like, I think
I will debate on my in the last episode, I did say that I'm not really a fan of my name, the last name. I really didn't, like, when I had to choose, I didn't even consider the word, like, the option of a pen name. I didn't know that.
I really, at that point, I think I was like, when I picked my name, I was like, no, but I'm so proud of being an author. Like, I want people to know. I'm like, no.
Please.
People that care will fight. Like, the people in your life that care about you will know that you're also that other person. There's no need. Just do it for your safety. I swear it's just for your safety. Just pick a pen name. Mm-hmm. You can do whatever you want with it, but like, you can show your face. You can but just pick a pen. Just pick a pen.
Would you have another pen name for another genre that you're writing in? Because many do that too.
So I think I would probably pick a pen name if I start writing something that isn't related to romance. I think like because I'm still sticking to mostly romance, even though it's fantasy, paranormal, sci-fi, rom-com, whatever, just like Alieza would, I think it's okay to have the same name. If I one day was like, you know what, I'm going to write a thriller, maybe I would. which is something that I real like Elle Kennedy did that. Like she has another pen name for her YA thriller coming out, which I think is just E. Kennedy, but whatever.
Okay.
But still, maybe I would do that. But if I'm sticking to romance, I don't think I have to. You know?
Yeah. Yeah, I totally understand that. I want to do that just because I'm lazy as fuck.
You
I
know,
mean,
like, it's a lot to have a enough.
do you mean do I have to open an Instagram account for
Oh
my
my God.
pen name? It's already too
We
much for me.
already have too many. Like it's just no one Instagram. This is why I'm like, this is why we were sticking to romance. We're now this is it.
Let's dig
You're
into
never gonna
romance.
find us write anything else because there's no way that we're gonna open another Instagram account or another TikTok.
I think that's the only reason for me. Like right now, I don't want to have to do that anymore. I mean, it's
No, it's just no. I think like there was a moment where I thought about the pen name because of what I write. Not mostly for me, but for my brother, just because like he's gonna do his career in his field, and I don't want our names to be attached to each other
Yeah.
just in case. Which again, I had a really long conversation with him, and he's like, if that's what they care about, then I don't want to be doing that job. Like it's just what the hell. Thank you for saying that, brother. Because for me, I'm like, I don't want you to like risk your career. I'm like, if that's the case, I don't want it. If it doesn't matter for anyone that I care about in my life, then I'm fine. Like I'm okay.
And I worried too much about what other people in my life would think about that. In the way that I care, like the people that I care about know more or less what I write. They know I write dot, like a pose over there. And then there are other people that know that I write
Open door
scenes.
scenes.
And I'm really glad that my family is Italian and the majority of them doesn't speak English and doesn't read in English because I don't have to go through that moment in which I have to tell them, could you skip chapter 35? Could you skip chapter 37?
Very happy that my mother is not able to read my books yet. Even though now she's like, well, now they have like you could translate them. I'm like, well, sure. But I do have my mother-in-law reading all my books. And every time that she picks up a new one, I'm like, we're not going to discuss this. Even though she's like, so when is Red Ruby coming out? I'm like, no.
That one is a good one, guys.
Can we not? Can we not discuss the fact that you read Black Silk? That you read that and want to read? No, we're not gonna discuss that.
The first time that my mom found out that I wrote Open Door sex scenes, her first reaction was, so do you write porn?
That's really what people think. And I'm like, no, it's just an adult story. And that's part of life. Of a happy life, that's for sure.
I mean, it's normal that people in their 20s, in their 30s, 40s, 50s, whatever, they have a sex life. And taking that part away, I don't know. It just like doesn't feel right to me.
Yeah, for me either. Like, and again, I'm not saying that like if you can write whatever you want.
Yeah.
It's but for me and obviously for Elena as well, it's a very normal thing. Like it is part of our relationships. It is part of our writing. Like it's just there. There's nothing wrong with that.
No, absolutely not. But I had to deconstruct myself because the first book that I published with an Italian imprint, there's no sex. There's no smut. There's nothing.
Yeah, I feel especially in the Italian market, it became now more of a normal thing. Like it still is a little like, wait, what? You have sex scenes?
But like I always felt when I was writing it, it took me 3 years to write that book, and you know how fast I write now.
That's crazy. That's actually crazy.
It takes me because I was blocking myself from writing what I actually wanted to. Because I thought, well, my mom is going to read that. And then she's going to, my mom with that book, I'm so glad it didn't have smut because she works in a retirement home in Italy.
Those nonnas would have loved
yeah, but the nonnas weren't the problem. She works with the nuns. So she basically gifted the book to the
La madre
la
superiora.
suora superiore, so
La
the
madre
major
superiora.
one. I don't know.
God. The major nun.
The big
The
nun.
supreme nun.
I don't know what's the name in English. For that, I was really happy I didn't write this much. But then I don't know if the nun read it or not. So the day after, she went to my mom because in the book, the mom is an alcoholic. So she went to my mom. She's like, "Are you okay, Monica? Do you want to talk about your life?" And she thought my mom was the alcoholic, which my mom isn't. And my mom is like, "This is like a
It's a
fiction
fiction
book."
story. It's not real. My God.
But then Anna, she thought it was like a biography. And I was like, "But my mom is alive." And my
Like the
dad
mother,
too.
like, did you read the book? Because the mother in there is not alive.
God, I'm so glad I didn't. And now a lot of those people that read the book in Italian, they're asking me if I'm publishing in Italian again because they want to read other books. I'm so glad the books are in English. And then one of my dad's friend, he loved that book. And he's like, "Oh no, I can give it to my son and daughter and they read in English." I'm like, "Please warn them." How old are they now? Because I remember they were little
They were
kids.
children. Don't give it to children.
But it's really funny somehow. And I'm really glad I write in English at this point.
Even though, again, like, if the opportunity comes, I will not turn it down.
Oh no, me neither. Me neither. I will face the consequences of
Like
my own actions.
my mother knows now. I'm like, again, we're not gonna speak about it. It's fine.
Yeah, my mom, she's super religious, so talking about sex or anything related, like, oh my God,
Chadley was like, what? I'm like, Monica,
I
you
need
have
to
two
confess
children.
myself.
Come on, you have two children. You have to do it at least twice.
At least twice. When we were talking about what topic to talk about, this one came up because last year we had like an epiphany, both of us. Like
Yeah.
I decided to switch. I had already wrote romances, so I decided to publish romance after publishing 5 romantasy books. And I told Letizia that I felt that this switch could actually be good for me. Because I didn't know, I felt like marketing wise, mostly I would be better at doing that,
Which is true. You are
which is
like
true.
I feel you're more yourself, right? Not that you weren't before, it's just it
Yeah.
comes to you much, it's easier for you to
Yeah,
put
because it's
yourself
like
out there.
the setting, most of all. Like, for example, for Stalasse Project, the setting is really my setting. Like, it's what I live and breathe
Yeah,
daily.
for sure.
Unfortunately, for the healer or the pirate witch, I don't live in a fantastical world with elemental magic. Like a Greek mythology, gods and goddesses alive. I don't know. For me, that was the why I made this shift. I was like, I feel like marketing wise, I'm a little burnout with romantasy. I can't find my groove. So I was like, let's switch to romance, and it actually paid off. I really did learn from all the romantasy books that I published. The knowledge I put it into this book, in the marketing of this book. So it really paid off. But it happened to you too.
It happened to me last year as well, where I started to, well, when I published Pretty Energy the first time, and then with the other sci-fi that I was writing, I don't know
Which
what
is
it
really
is.
good, guys. It's really
I'm
good.
so excited. I just felt, and again, like, it really is about where I grew up and how I grew up. I grew up with a brother that is all science, and he's the one that like started giving me like, read this, read this, read this, and I just got into Star Wars and Star Trek and The Fifth Element and Isaac Asimov and Douglas Adams. Like, I just got into sci-fi because of how how into he was. I'm a younger sibling, and I feel that for younger siblings is like, oh, you look at your older sibling, you're like, I want to be like them. So
I don't know. I'm an older one. I really hope my brother doesn't look up at me.
he just shows up like, here, I wrote it as my book. I just like got really, really into it, and then maybe more than a year ago, I read Thrawn by Mike Smitherin, and then I started reading Red Rising by Pierce Brown, and I was like, oh, this is what I want to do. Like, this is right now I feel this is what I want to do, and then it just like the other sci-fi, it just poured out of me. And like Elena knows this, like I wrote that first draft in
In a
like a
month?
month.
Yeah.
I was just like, it just kept coming out. It was pouring out of me, and it felt just right. Same with like the story that I'm writing now, which is completely not sci-fi or fantasy or anything. It's a rom-com. It is just pouring out of me, and it just feels like this is what this is what I need to be doing.
And I think that when you understand that, that's when, I don't know, your writing even gets better. I don't know how to explain that.
With breathing energy, like even though obviously I'm very proud of my previous works, I just feel
Mhm.
that little story is my best writing right now.
Mhm.
And then obviously the other one, like it just like this is how I want to be writing. Like I want to be doing this way.
Yeah.
And when you get that, there's like a switch in your head where you're like, I just can type and not stop. Obviously, there's gonna be moments where you're like, oh no, we're not writing today. But like for most of it, like as soon as you get that little spark in your head, we're like, this is exactly how I want to do things. It just
Mhm.
comes out and it's beautiful. And I'm very happy.
I think the same it happened with Salasia for me. Like it's the best work that I've done that wrote until now. But as you said, it's not like the others were shit. It was like I poured a piece of my heart to in this book. There's like a really important part of me, and like being able to write it down and people connect with it. It's the real reason why we are writing at the end, like
Yeah.
sharing our traumas, our stories, and like make people understand that they are not alone, because a lot of people they were like, oh, this happened to me or this happened to me too. So we're not alone, and we're just like trying to communicate it with others in our way.
It's literally a connection that we want to establish. Like this
Yeah.
is like we're putting ourselves out there with like
Yeah.
this is my trauma again, like this is
This
my
is my
trauma, this is my
trauma.
experience.
Yeah.
And you're basically hoping to like, oh my God, I feel that. And that is
Mhm.
it's the connection that we are trying to reach with our readers. And I think it's beautiful that we're able to get to a point where we're like comfortable enough with expressing ourselves and sharing our vulnerabilities and traumas and say like this is who I am,
Yeah.
take it or leave it. If you like it, we can be friends.
Yeah. If not, there are other books over
I
there.
think there's so many other books. It's fine,
There's
don't
so
worry about
many. We have to wrap it up for today because we have
it.
3 minutes left.
Okay, so
Okay.
quickly,
Yeah.
what are you reading?
So I am reading Ethan and Honeysuckle by Sarah A. Bailey, which is another surf romance. But I really need to be into that at the moment.
This week I'm reading Above Water by Elena Locatelli, which is not out yet. It's a very early draft, and I'm very, very happy because it's so good. And guess what? It's another surf romance.
Never read so many surf romances in my freaking life.
It's the
Uh,
second book. It's the second book in the Blue Mind series, and it
yeah.
will come out in the summer,
Yeah, July 14th.
just in time for
Yes.
my birthday.
Yay! So yeah, thank you so much for listening to us today. I really hope we share something meaningful.
I think so. And we'll see you next week.
Bye bye.
Bye.